Hey, it's Nicole, the Crony Mom, and today I am here. I have a few minutes, and I thought I'd just chat about what I eat when I'm in a flare. So I haven't had, with my Crohn's, I don't have flares every so often, or I don't kind of go into these cycles. I have really good times, or I have really bad times, and I am coming out of a really bad time. I'm almost to really good, but I'm not quite there yet. And when I'm really bad, I mean I'm in and out of the hospital. I had 3 hospitalizations within a month and a half, give or take. It's pretty much every 2 weeks. I was ending up in the hospital for 3 to 4 days, pretty much. So today I just want to talk about what I eat during a flare. And a flare, again, is different for every person. So for me, a flare is I have inflammation, I have dehydration, pain, and I don't consider myself to have diarrhea because I have an ileostomy, so it's kind of hard to tell. But that would be my definition of my flare. So I have a list here. So if I look down, that's why. Some of the food I dug out of my cupboard and pantry to find. Others I'll just tell you about. So my number 1 I have on my list is good old Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I know this is gonna sound stupid. I don't like the fancy Progresso or anything like that. I like the good old fashioned stuff. I don't put the full, I think technically the directions say to put it with a can of water. I only do about half to try and get some, more of the nutrients in it. Another thing I do too is when I'm in a flare, I crave salt. And I'm pretty sure it's because I'm dehydrated. So I salt the bejesus out of this. I'm not even gonna lie, every spoon I sprinkle some salt on. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy. So to go along with that, which I don't have with me, saltine crackers. That's just another one of my flare foods I use. They're easy, obviously, to digest and soft on your tummy. Another one I have that kind of goes with that is ramen. I know it's, what is this technically, styrofoam? But again, excuse me, it's high in sodium, which is what I crave and need. And then I also found at Costco, so if you're not too keen on the this kind of ramen, I found at Costco this rice, millet and brown rice ramen, and they come, it's kind of cool. They come in just these little, bricks, and so you can add it to your own broth. And for my family, I made a stir fry with it, but for me, I just eat it like the traditional ramen. I just use a little bit of chicken stock or chicken broth or something like that. What else? Let's look. Of course, my iPad locked up. Applesauce. Just the good old applesauce. Sometimes I do unsweetened. This is the sweetened, whatever. But applesauce, it's gentle, easy, not too chunky or anything like that. The next thing on my list, I have white bread. I know white bread has no nutritional value and it's, the worst, whatever, but it doesn't hurt my tummy, and so that's what I go with. So with that, of course, toast, peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter, get a little bit of protein in there. Grilled cheese is another thing I live off of, along with the soup. Grilled cheese is a good one. Instant mashed potatoes. Again, I grew up, my mom made real mashed potatoes all the time. And if I had the energy, maybe I would make them, but sometimes it's hard to get them silky smooth, which during a flare I need smooth stuff. I can't have chunks. So the instant are just, I know they're gonna be smooth. I know it's not gonna hurt. And because my ileostomy, actually with the applesauce and the white bread and the peanut butter, potatoes also kind of help thicken my output if it's too watery. I also drink or try to drink Powerade Gatorade during a flare, get a little extra electrolytes. Some people drink the G2, which is I don't know what the Powerade version is, but the like lower sugar. I don't see the different, like, I don't care personally, so I tend to drink the regular. Along with that, I use a lot of water flavoring packets or the squeezy, like stuff you can squeeze in. I'm kind of traditional. I do the fruit punch a lot. I did try the Jolly Rancher ones. They're okay, but they're like super, well, it's green apple and watermelon, but it's like really artificial flavor. So, Walmart has some good ones. I think I had their cherry, their grape, cherry limeade's not too bad. Target also had some really good ones. Actually, my postpartum with my son, I drink a ton of the raspberry lemonade. I think there's a strawberry banana orange that we used to drink a lot too. So water flavor packets are a big one that I use. I already said the saltine crackers. Let's see. I didn't grab any of these, but animal crackers again, just soft, that kind of thing. Another snack too, pretzels or pretzel slims. Not only is it kind of easy for me to digest, but the salt again helps. Sherbet. I say sherbet. Is it sherbet? Whatever. Sherbet. I love it. I don't know. My favorite is the raspberry, so I go with that. Let's see. I did grab good old Kraft macaroni and cheese. If I'm really feeling up for it, I will make my own, but let's be real. This is the go-to. Let's see. And the last couple things I have on my list are like eggs. So scrambled eggs. I make my own little like egg McMuffin sandwiches with English muffins, some cheese, and I tend to just for those do an egg white. I don't know, sometimes I don't like sunny side up eggs or anything like that. If I like a fried egg, it has to be hard fried, and lately the yolk part has just gotten me. Ugh. So I've been doing just egg whites fried. Along with that, egg salad seems to do okay. I have to be careful. I have to like cut it up really small because again, it doesn't always fully digest, but that tends to be easy on my tummy. I'm trying to think what else. Sometimes bananas. Other times, it actually does too well of a job and it thickens my output a little bit too much. So I have to be careful with that. Okay, and my last thing. It may sound crazy. Hopefully I'm not the only one. I don't know. If I am, oh well. But I crave pickle juice. I'm still craving pickle juice. Like, even though I don't want to say I'm out of the flare, but I'm close. I'm on the edge. And I crave pickle juice. I should have grabbed the jar. I just finished. You know the big Gedney, well, I don't know, I'm in Minnesota. So the big Gedney pickle jars, they are I just read it because I was wondering how they do it. 3.75 liters? Now, was that right? I feel like it's more than that. It could be. Anyways, they're these giant bottles of pickles. So they're like the big pickles, kind of like you get a pickle on a stick. I hope you have that in other parts of the country. I don't know. Minnesota, it's huge. And I drink the juice. No lie, I will buy jars of pickles just for the juice. And I chug it. No, not even chug it. I like drink it. So I don't eat the pickles because they can be really hard on my stomach. However, I drink the juice and then sometimes I don't know if you call it suck on them. I don't know, it's weird. But I kind of eat it, or I definitely don't eat the outside skin. No, that I will be in pain for days. So mostly just drink the juice. But that's a big thing for dehydration, and if I'm getting leg cramps, I get leg cramps and I get hand cramps. Like my hands kind of go wonky. Mostly these two. They kind of like, and this one a little bit. If I start getting those and my feet, my toes start like separating, then I know I need to drink something. And my go-to is pickle juice. So I start there and I drink a bunch of that, and then I supplement with water, and I'm making sure I'm salting everything, and yeah. So I think that's kind of my go-to is during a flare. It's not a lot of protein because meat hurts me and I don't digest it that great. So I have to be really careful. But that's my go-tos for in a flare when I'm trying to be a little more cautious of my diet. And what do you guys eat when you're in a flare? Like, what are your go-tos? Do you have go-tos? Do you just ride it out? I've never, let's see, take that back. I drank like Boost and Ensure once, and this past flare, actually, we were talking about possible surgery, but my albumin wasn't high enough, so I would have had to gone on TPN before I could even have the surgery. And I asked what I could do to bump that without having the TPN, and she suggested like meal replacements, so we bought them. But I didn't drink them. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like I'm a very picky eater. And like I can't even drink protein drinks. Like they just, I'm a texture and I have issues, people. So I have some of those, like, not meal replacement, they're enhancers, supplemental drinks. Let me know if do you drink those? Like, what do you do? Just curious. Because everybody is so different, and what works for me is not going to work for you. And I think that's my biggest struggle with Crohn's, is that there is no end-all be-all. There is nothing that I do that can definitely work for you. You might have to tweak it. So I think that's what frustrates me the most. So let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your questions, all that jazz down in the comments. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see some more. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.